You keep telling yourself it's just a motivation problem, that you'll feel ready tomorrow, that you'll start when life calms down, when you have more time, when your energy comes back. But what if laziness isn't a personality flaw? What if it's simply a system failure? What if the reason you keep slipping is because you're trying to fight your days with willpower instead of structure? I'm Hiroshi, and I know that cycle too well. You wake up with a plan, a clean plan. You even feel a little hopeful. Then the day begins, and your mind starts negotiating. I'll do it after breakfast. Then, after this video. Then, after I answer these messages. And somehow, without any dramatic collapse, the day disappears. You didn't choose to waste it. You just drifted. Here's the thing you need to hear today. You don't need a new personality. You need Shitsuke. Discipline. Not the angry kind, not the push harder kind, the older, Japanese kind, the kind that lives inside daily rituals, training, and accountability systems. The kind that turns action into something almost automatic, like brushing your teeth. You don't debate it. You don't find motivation. You just do it. And yes, this is old, hundreds of years old. But don't let that make you romanticize it. Shitsuke isn't poetic. It's practical. It's inconvenient. It's humiliating sometimes because it forces you to see how often you lie to yourself. If you've been calling yourself lazy, I want you to consider a different diagnosis. Your brain is simply doing what brains do, avoiding discomfort and chasing ease. And modern life has become a comfort buffet. Food arrives in minutes. Entertainment is endless. Every hard task now has an escape hatch right beside it in your pocket. And the cost is bigger than you think. One statistic should sober you up. The average person now touches their phone around 2,600 times a day, not hours. Touches. Taps, swipes, little micro movements that train your mind to crave novelty every few seconds. Think about that for a moment. That's not just distraction, that's conditioning. That's a system shaping your attention, your patience, your ability to do anything that feels slow, heavy, or boring. So, if you feel lazy, it might not be because you're weak. It might be because your environment has been training you to be weak. Shitsuke is the counter-training. Today I'm going to give you a method, simple, structured, and honestly, a little strict, that you can start using immediately. It won't require you to feel like it. It won't depend on inspiration. It uses 3 levers: daily ritual, visible accountability, and a deliberate, no-negotiation rule for one key action. And if you do this the right way, your laziness won't be cured by hype. It'll be starved out by routine. Let's start with the core promise. You're going to stop trying to win your whole life every day. Instead, you're going to install one discipline ritual that becomes your anchor. Shitsuke doesn't begin with grand goals. It begins with training the smallest reliable action, until it becomes identity. Imagine you're living in a traditional Japanese household centuries ago. There's no debate about certain things. Shoes don't go anywhere. The entryway is kept orderly. Tasks are done in a certain sequence. Not because everyone is naturally disciplined, but because the environment and expectations make undisciplined behavior feel out of place. That's what you've been missing. Not more desire. More design. Here's the system. 3 parts. First, a daily ritual that is so small you can't reasonably refuse it, but so meaningful it proves you're in control. Second, an accountability structure that makes your actions visible to someone or something outside your moods. Third, a simple rule that eliminates negotiation, because negotiation is where laziness wins. Let's build your ritual first. Your Shitsuke ritual must happen at the same time, in the same location, with the same opening motion. That's how you train your brain. Consistency creates automation. Automation kills laziness. Pick one tiny action that is directly connected to the person you want to become. If you want to be fit, it might be putting on workout clothes and doing 10 slow push-ups. If you want to write, it might be opening the document and writing a single paragraph. If you want to study, it might be setting a timer for 10 minutes and reading one page with full attention. 10 minutes is enough. Not because 10 minutes changes your life, but because 10 minutes changes your relationship with yourself. You start to trust you again. Here's the rule. The ritual must be non-negotiable, but the intensity is flexible. That sounds like a loophole, but it's the opposite. You're removing the "should I do it?" Question entirely. That question is poison. That question invites arguments from your tired brain. Instead, you only ask, how small will I do it today? On bad days, you do the minimum. On good days, momentum will pull you further. This is Shitsuke. You train the habit first, then you grow it. Now, the second part, accountability. Most people try to fix laziness privately, quietly. They want to change without anyone noticing, because if they fail, no one can judge them. But privacy is where the old you survives. Laziness loves darkness. It loves no witnesses. So we're going to create one external mirror. You have two options. Option 1, a person. A friend, sibling, partner, coworker, someone stable. You send them a simple message every day after completing the ritual. Not a paragraph, not an explanation, just proof. Done. Or a photo of the timer. Or a screenshot of your completed page count. Option 2, a public ledger. A habit tracker you post daily somewhere visible. Could be a private group chat, a small online community, or even a calendar on your wall where anyone in your home can see it. This is important. The accountability must be easy to do. If it's complex, you'll skip it. If you skip it, the system collapses. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're creating friction against quitting. Because here's what happens when you don't have accountability. You start making silent exceptions. One day becomes two. Two becomes a week. And then you tell yourself it's over and you restart with guilt. That cycle is your real enemy. Shitsuke breaks that cycle by making the ritual as normal as eating breakfast and the proof as normal as checking the weather. Now the third part, the no negotiation rule. Choose one key action that you will do before you allow yourself your usual comforts. One action, not 5. 1. For many people, the biggest laziness trigger is the morning. You wake up and immediately consume scrolling, news, entertainment, messages. Your brain gets a hit of stimulation before it has done anything meaningful. Then real work feels dull. Heavy, pointless. You've already been fed. So your no negotiation rule could be this. No phone until the Shitsuke ritual is complete. Not forever, not all day, just until you earn the first win. Or it could be no coffee until you finish 10 minutes of study. No breakfast until you write one paragraph. No music until you clean one surface. You're not punishing yourself. You're restoring the natural order. Effort first, reward second. This is how discipline is built in training environments. Not by speeches, by sequences. And yes, you will resist. You will think, this is stupid, it's too small. Or, I don't need rules like a child. But that voice is exactly why you need the rules, because the childish part of you is already driving. It's the part that wants comfort now and consequences later. Let me make this personal for a moment. When I first tried to fix myself, I tried the heroic way. Big plans, big lists, new routines that looked impressive on paper. I'd schedule an hour of exercise, 2 hours of deep work, 30 minutes of reading, and it would last 2 days. Then, I'd crash and call myself lazy again. But what I really was inconsistent. I was addicted to the feeling of starting, not the reality of training. So I started smaller. Almost embarrassingly small. Same time every day, same corner of the room. One small ritual, 10 minutes of focused work on the most important task. That's it. And then I sent a single message to someone I trusted. Done. At first, it felt childish. Then, it felt grounding. Then, something changed. The action started happening even when I didn't want it to. And that's when I realized the truth about laziness. Laziness isn't defeated by wanting. It's defeated by rhythm, like waves. If you set the rhythm, the body follows. Now let's make this usable for you, today, not someday. Here's how you apply it in your real life without overthinking. Step 1. Pick your ritual. Make it 10 minutes. Make it specific, not work on my goals. That's vague. Make it write 150 words, or read 2 pages, or walk outside for 10 minutes, or clean the sink, or open the budget spreadsheet and log one expense. Step 2. Set the anchor, time, and location. For example, 7001 AM at your desk, or 6030 PM at the kitchen table. Pick a time you can actually hit most days, not the fantasy version of you, the real you. Step 3. Decide your accountability method. Choose a person or a visible tracker. If it's a person, send them a message right now. For the next 14 days, I'm doing one 10-minute discipline ritual daily. I'll message you, done after. No need to reply, just hold me to it. Step 4. Choose your no-negotiation rule. One comfort you delay until after the ritual. Phone is the strongest for most people, but you choose what has power over you. Then you run the system for 14 days, not forever. Don't make it dramatic. Make it a short training block, a dojo period. You're not trying to become perfect. You're trying to become consistent. Now, there are mistakes people make with Shitsuke that will sabotage you if you don't watch for them. Mistake 1. Making the ritual too big. Your ego will beg you to do more. It will say, 10 minutes is nothing. I should do an hour. Or, and then you'll miss a day. And then you'll quit. Keep it small enough that you can do it even when you're tired, busy, irritated, or sad. Mistake 2. Relying on feelings. You'll wait for the right mood, the right music, the right energy. That's not discipline. That's coincidence. Your ritual happens regardless of mood. Mood can come after. Mistake 3. Hiding your failure. If you miss a day, don't disappear. Don't break the accountability system. Report it. Mark it. Then return the next day. The goal isn't a flawless streak. The goal is training the return. That's where real discipline lives, not in never falling, but in standing up fast. Mistake 4. Adding multiple goals at once. You'll think, if I'm doing this, I should also fix my diet, my sleep, my finances, my relationships. No, choose one ritual. Build the core. Once the core is stable, it becomes a platform for everything else. Now I want to give you a challenge, not a motivational one, a real one. For the next 14 days, you will complete your Shitsuke ritual before you touch your phone in the morning. If mornings aren't possible, then before your first major comfort of the day. 10 minutes, same time, same place. One proof message or one visible mark every day. If you miss a day, you don't quit. You restart the next day with the same ritual. No punishment, no self-hate. Just return. Shitsuke is not cruelty, it's training. And at the end of 14 days, you'll notice something quietly powerful. You'll stop asking, "Am I lazy?" Because you'll have evidence. You'll have a record. You'll have trained your nervous system to move when commanded, not when inspired. So here's your specific action step right now. Choose your 10-minute ritual. Choose your anchor time and send your accountability message today. Not later. Today. Then do the first 10 minutes within the next few hours and mark it. And I want to ask you something in the comments. What's the one area where laziness has been stealing the most from you lately? Your health, your work, your learning, or your relationships?